Hey everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you. Today I'm back with the another interview question. So guys, we have two tables and the question is we have to find the players those total runs scored but they have at least two half centuries and did not out for a duck. Okay. So the question is we have to find those players who scored two half centuries but they did not out for a duck. Okay. As you can see, this is the table matches and this is the table players. Okay. So we have these players. Okay. So now what we're going to find, so we find those players who have scored 250s, okay, and they did not out for attack, okay. So these are five players, and these five players have played multiple matches, okay. So some of the matches they scored zero, and in some of the matches they scored pretty well, like more than 50, and some of the matches they scored less than 50. So we have to filter those players, those who scored two half centuries or more than that, okay, they did not out for attack, okay. So let's find out those players, okay. So first of all, we will select both the tables, okay. So now what we're going to do here is the logic would be we'll filter out those players who scored two half centuries and will separately filter out those players who did not out for attack, okay. So these logical columns would be created, and for the logical columns would be created, we have a very beautiful case statements functionality, so we're going to use that, okay. So select from matches, okay. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna extract player id and sum of the runs, because we're gonna check how many players scored more than 50, okay. So we're gonna check total runs and runs scored, okay. Now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna create our logic here, all right. So let's do this. So we're gonna use count case function, okay. Count function, and inside the count we're gonna use case statements. Case when runs scored is greater than or equal to 50, okay. So I want those players counts who scored uh, more than 50, okay. Okay, so when scored is with then 1, all right, and all right, as 50 count, all right. Now next, let's copy this and paste here, all right. So we have created one condition for 50. Now we're gonna create another condition for duck, all right. So simple, we're gonna use equals to and 0. So it will find those players who scored 0, okay. So it will put 1, all right. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to use group by, because we have used the aggregate function sum. So whenever we use sum, average, or minimum, maximum, so we have to find group by, all right. Player id, all right. So let's run this. So we have two more columns, 50 count, 50 count, oh sorry, 50 count and duck count, all right. Perfect, we have this. Now let's runs scored, all right. So we have this table, and as you can see, player 105 scored 180, but he out on a duck, and 310 out on a duck, and 310 scored 148, but 201 165 and 208 170, all right. So now I want player names, okay. So what we're gonna do here is man join players p on m dot player id equals to p dot id, okay. So we'll replace with this p dot name and p dot name in group by, okay. So we have players names, okay. So now I'll create a cte, okay, and select pick from cte where 2, okay. So greater than or equal to where the count is greater than or equal to 2, okay. But duck count, I don't want any duck count, okay. I don't want any person who has a duck, okay. One duck is 0, okay. and duck count equal to 0. All right. So these are the two players we have. All right. So let me just name and run score. So simple. All right. So these are the two players we have. Okay, so who scored 250s and they did not out on duck. All right. So guys, this is the logic, simple logic, very simple logic, and a very interesting interview question, I would say. So if you have a better solution than this, so please share your solution with me, and hope you have learned something. And if you have learned something, please hit the like button and subscribe my channel, and do motivate me. Or okay, thank you so much, guys, for your time. Have a good day.